Welcome, y'all.
Here we are.
Smoking Word Podcast. Season what? Dose 2 for y'all who not bilingual like us over here.
If you don't know dose, you don't know
nothing.
You don't know nothing.
But y'all see it already. Look at the upgrade on the mic. We got arms. We told y'all.
You know what?
We told y'all last season. It was coming up a notch.
Growth. Just a notch.
And that's what happened.
We had to go back in the lab. We had to reconsider, read some litter.
Reconfigure. Read some literature on the subject. You sure?
Either way, we are so glad to be back.
We're so happy to be back. We missed y'all. All those months, we just didn't know what to do with our lives. I was tossing and turning in my sleep. But it's fucking work.
Pretty bored. I was pretty bored.
Yeah.
But you looking well.
Likewise.
I hope everything's been going well.
Everything
y'all at home.
Y'all tell us in the comments how y'all been, how y'all missed us. How did you cope with the loss of our presence in your life?
It's a new year. Like, by the time y'all gonna be looking at this,
2025.
hard to think of.
Woo!
Man.
Times just keep going with or without you, so we're gonna keep it going, y'all. But like we said, y'all know who we are.
Hence the tea. See?
We got motion. Shout out to Lotus. That's where this shirt is from. We'll make sure we link and tag in the bio so you can check it out. Has a couple other little vibey shirts that y'all can check out. My peoples. So check her out. And so allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. Sasha, I'm back in the game. One of your beautiful hosts of Smoking Word Podcast. And we have over here to my right,
our trusty sidekick, Clara, better known as C to the J.
C to the Jizzle.
So let's get right into it. So we done dilly-dallied a little bit. So, the word.
Y'all know we always got fun and some shit talking for y'all.
Yeah, we always come up with something very specific, right?
Very.
So everybody remembers classic black night. No, this is early 2000s.
90s, 2000s. You know what I mean? Your classic black.
And I would say mid to late 90s and like the first maybe to like 2005.
Yeah.
That like 10-year run. There was a host of films like The Best Man.
Yeah.
The Wood.
Oh my God. Okay.
Some good ones though, like Love Jones. I think Love Jones came out in like 97-ish.
What else we have?
Two Can Play That Game.
That's a good one.
Brothers. What was the one with Jennifer Lewis? Was the mom? Brothers. It was like Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Was it like we said? A few.
How to Be a Player? I don't know. That might be early.
That might have been earlier.
Like 93-ish.
But that's classic though.
Yeah.
How to Be a Player is classic. Yeah. Black cinema. Like, I love that movie.
So y'all know what genre
we're talking. We're in the realm of this.
Yes. But it's one in particular that we want to hone in on.
That never quite
brought it home for us.
And we didn't realize this.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like most of us did.
Hey, this movie came out in 2000, so you gotta think. We was 12.
Literally. I went to the movies to see it. I remember.
I don't think my mama, you know how she was. I probably wasn't allowed.
Me and Ronnie went to go see it. So
you don't catch things when you're 12.
You don't.
So then, let's say we go back 5 years later, you know what I mean?
High school, college age.
Yeah. So we stress me out to watch this movie. Can y'all guess what we talking about? It's a little bit of love in it.
A little bit of ball in it.
Yeah, a little bit of ball. Love it.
A little bit of sportsmanship.
We probably just gave it away.
Yeah, it's love and basketball.
Drum roll.
Let's just get right to it. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this terrible film.
Now I know it's probably some people like terrible. That's my favorite movie.
Of course.
And I got a bone to pick with you. That's your favorite movie. You lack depth. You lack critical thinking skills. What else?
You don't listen. You're one of those people that listens to respond.
Right. Right. You don't care.
You're neglectful.
Yeah.
You're neglectful.
You blame others.
A victim. A true victim.
True victim in life.
So
let's give you the background of the film. For those who don't know, we might have some people watching from Australia. Good day, right? All right. So let's tell them about the movie.
So it came out in 2000. It was written by Gina Price Spikewood, who, when we looked her up,
her catalog
was crazy.
Yeah, and it was varying, different kind of like
her range was shocking for me because I never knew much about her as a writer or as far as her screenplays. But
right, so we got Bernie Mac on there.
Yeah,
Bernie Mac Show,
Different World, Secret Life of Bees.
Yeah, Everybody Hates Chris,
Old Guard.
Felicity.
Oh yeah, Felicity. That was wild. So clearly she was writing everywhere, which kind of leads to my confusion with this film.
Maybe this was the beginning of her career. I don't know.
No, because Different World.
That's true. Different World
would have been early now.
Right.
So anyway, Gina, write in.
We need your comment. We need you to come out here and let us know where were you at in life to write this.
Like I said, at 12, it was the best thing ever. I'll be honest with you.
Because they had the big names.
Omar Epps, Sanaa.
Who was his dad? The fake Allstate, fake Denzel.
Or she wasn't good at that. Fake Denzel.
Yeah, I never knew his name. He'd always been fake Denzel to me.
Yeah. He's a good actor. He had like a low-key career.
He's a staple black.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. So anyhow, good. It meant well. You know
what was the lady who played her mom?
Debbie Morgan.
Yeah.
No,
that was his
Alfred Woodard.
Yeah,
right.
Alfred.
So not yet.
Yep.
Classic. I mean, you talking black classic actors.
Excellent.
Like, just yes.
They had
it. She. The casting was perfect. Down there.
Yes. Casting. Nothing to say bad about that. Okay. And that's how you get it. That's how you pull us to the theater. You know. That's how you got us. We get it. And then the soundtrack was lit.
Soundtracks back then were always.
Yeah, soundtrack was always the thing back then. Like, we used to get the CDs and just be jamming. Like,
that's when they used to have a little booklet.
Yeah, you bring the lyrics like, I wanna dance tonight. Yeah, Lucy Pearl was on there, Dance Tonight.
Is that how you was reading?
Yeah. I was like, spend your money, yeah. Yeah, I know I sounded good.
I mean, low key, like I saw a meme recently that was like, I want to go to a party that they was going to that night. Like, whenever they was getting ready to go,
it was lit.
That's where I want to be. Like, every time I head out,
the whole song laid it out.
Ready, you need to settle. They was jamming. My body don't know how.
It was too lit.
That was a good, what's that called when like two people from a group get together and make another group?
Yeah.
That was a good, whatever that is.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a word for it.
I feel like it's a word for everything.
So she was from In Vogue, what's her name?
And he was from Tony.
Yeah.
Well, he had kind of had his solo career for that, but still.
Yeah, and there was one other dude. I
don't know. Yeah.
But they was lit for a little bit. So Lucy Pearl, Dance Tonight was on there. What else?
I Like by Guy had some classics. Shaka Khan, Sweet Thing.
Yeah. They got a few classics on there.
Definitely a classic.
But Loud, Sister Soul.
Yeah.
That was my jam. That was like a soul, neo soul staple on there.
And I say that was like when neo soul really started getting its like, momentum.
For sure.
Like, people were really getting into it. It wasn't just Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
It was like
Philly had a whole run.
Yeah, Philly definitely.
Because he's from Philly, I believe.
Yeah. Bilal?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he is. I don't know. So yeah, there was a cover of a song in particular on the soundtrack by Angie Stone. She covered a song called
Holding Back the Years.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah, I might have heard of it.
If your mama cleaned her house on a Saturday morning and didn't play this song, she wasn't cleaning
Right.
motherfucking house.
She wasn't. Or y'all was just dirty and y'all just weren't cleaning and playing on anything on Saturdays. I don't know. We're not talking to y'all. We talking.
If you didn't have this on cassette.
Right. Y'all wasn't lit like that, for real. Holding back the years. Y'all know what we talking about. Do we got to sing it? I think we got to sing it for them.
Which part we gonna go with the chorus? Nikki.
Yeah, let's start with that. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. Hey, y'all know that one.
Yeah. They don't know about it. If you don't know now, you do. But if you did, and I'm judging. I'm judging because, like I said, this is classic white R&B.
Right.
Okay?
Yacht rock. My favorite genre.
You the only person that I did not know yacht rock was a genre.
Yes.
Said that.
Yep. And I'm going to link my yacht rock playlist as well. And y'all know we got our Smoking Word playlist. We will be adding this on there. Just to keep y'all.
It's already going there. It's already going there.
It's on there. So yeah, check out our Smoking Word playlist. It'll be on there. But yacht rock, definitely. But Angie Stone covered this, but their name was
Simply Red.
Simply Red. If you're a real music lover, you know Simply Red.
You at least know this song.
For sure.
And Simply Red was actually a band. I was today years old, or
Same here.
Looked it up. I was that day old.
Because it's just him on the cover, like a redhead
You would
dude.
never know.
I thought it was just him, like, and it's just his voice. But they playing in the back, you know. So it's a whole band. Guess where they from? It's usually
England.
All the soulful whites.
Come from Europe. What
They
is that
do.
about?
Adele.
Even the actors and stuff now that are coming from over there, and
Yeah.
people of they're from Africa,
Yeah.
like the Lapitas and
Idris
Idris Elbas, and they're coming from.
Sure. They all from Britain.
I'm not gonna lie. When I went to UK, I was shocked at how many African people I saw. It was a very, very, very diverse.
Yeah, that's
city.
what I heard.
London was. I think they're from Manchester, Simply Red, and they formed in the '80s and somehow crossed over to the States, obviously, because my mama,
Yeah.
that was her song to the
I've been to that song.
the end of whatever. Like, she loved that song, and so I think of my mom every time I hear it because it just reminds me of it's one of her favorite songs.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is.
Listen to it if y'all get a chance, and if you're going through something, you're gonna cry. Just letting you know that.
And Angie Stone's cover is beautiful.
It is. Love Angie Stone.
Yeah, on that soundtrack. So the word of the day, the smoking word of the day is I've wasted all my tears. Wasted all those years. Yeah.
And it pertains to this movie.
And we just related it. We thought it was so funny
It is on the soundtrack.
that's a part of the chorus of the song. And that's basically what poor little Monica did throughout the entirety of the film.
Wasted all her
Wasted
tears.
so many years.
All the tears. And
Wasted so many tears.
Man.
So, obviously, y'all see where we going with this,
Yes.
right? I painted Love and Basketball. I think what really did it for me, I watched it maybe, like we said, high school, college age. Was like, damn, man, he was kind of harsh. Like, right. I was like there with it. And then I watched it stoned as fuck. Maybe in my late 20s, early 30s.
After you done been through some things.
And I was like, and then you high, so you looking at every dissecting, every little word and scene and what was going on. And it just furthered my disdain.
And she's had this stance for a long time.
I've been trying to convince people.
And maybe she just watched it again and be like, maybe I'm wrong. She's felt like this for over a decade.
Yeah, longer.
For a long time. At least good 15 years. So she's consistent. So I had to go back and watch it too. Like, damn, like, what's up? And like I said, we ain't been through none at first. Now I done been divorced. I done did all this stuff. Now I see how retarded movies. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a politically correct term. I still say that. I don't care how nobody feel about it. We want to report this shit.
Don't flag us, y'all.
Don't flag us. I'm sorry.
Don't
I can't.
flag us. I feel like we done said it on another
Yes,
episode.
we probably did.
I mean, look.
It's a staple
This
of my
is not the
vocabulary.
environment for pansies. If you feel the way, get off this channel.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're, what's the new words? I don't know. If you're neurodivergent, get out of here. All right. Damn, I'm so sick of y'all.
Oh,
But anyway,
man, the world's gone downhill. So anyway,
we digress.
right. We'll back it up a notch. So, Sanaa. Monica. Because we can't get on Sanaa. She was portraying a character.
Let's give them a synopsis. You know, give them a brief synopsis of the film. So, okay. So it's like it's portrayed as like a childhood sweetheart.
Right.
Come to age.
Coming of age.
Yeah, love the life, love story, all right? On the surface, all right? But as you really dig deep into the film, you see that it's just a film about a woman constantly getting played the entire film and getting stumped and done.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Like Drake said.
Yeah.
Back.
Like Kendrick just did Drake.
Back.
Like, that's how I feel. That's exactly how she probably said.
So let's go at the very beginning of the
Very
film.
beginning.
They're
They're
not like
kids.
this family moves into the neighborhood.
Yep.
The very first day of fucking school.
It's starting already.
Toxic masculinity at its finest. This little boy is all of 12. He goes, oh, well, they asked her, should you be my girlfriend? By this time, the mama done brought the cake over the house and all of that. And she goes, yeah, well, that's cool. We can go together. He instantly like, well, if we go together, you gotta ride my bike. She like, I got my own bike.
And it's louder than yours.
I literally have my own fucking bike.
Right. And you came over here knowing that. I have my own things.
Off the gate, he can't take a woman having an opinion.
Or possessions.
Not only that, he then retaliates in a violent manner and pushes Monica off the bike. Quincy pushes Monica off the bike, henceforth, giving her a scar on her face.
Lifelong. Violent.
A nice gash.
Gash that never will go away.
Oh, no, we wrong. He pushed her when they was playing basketball because he was losing. By the time the bike, but then he pushed her off the bike too.
Yeah,
So she already had the, he was a woman beater at 12. He was a woman beater at 12, bro. It was domestic violence.
Domestic violence before we knew what it was.
Domestic violence. This is crazy.
This is
And
crazy.
we only at this point 15, 20 minutes into the film.
Domestic violence.
Jump forward
Yeah.
to high school.
You know, they both doing their thing on the court.
No, actually, I want to back up and bring up a very potent piece of information. I'm gonna bring it back later when we get there, but Quincy knew in junior high, if you remember, that his father was stepping out because remember when him and his parents would argue, she would throw his back blanket, he would cross the yard and get in her bed.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
I just want to
So
point
this was
that out.
happening for years.
This was he was privy to something going on. He may not exactly know it was cheating
was
or what it
kids.
was. But as he started to get older and started to get pussy on his own and shit like that, he knew exactly what the fuck was going on. That's my take.
All right. So keep that in your, at the back of your mind. Okay.
So, moving forward, I think it was messed up how she lost her virginity. She was second fiddle from the jump. He was going with Gabby Union character.
Yeah.
Because she had the big titty. Oh, that's Shanice with the big titty or whatever. So he already showed you. Yeah. He already showed you what he was looking for. And just because it didn't go down with her, he can sneak in your window.
Right. And pull up. Oh. And then she gonna just give it up. Just because. She felt like she had to. That's how I felt like in that moment.
She was obligated.
She was obligated.
I think she felt that was the only way she was going to get him to really take. Because think about it. By
she could compete with Gabrielle Union.
She had to compete with her coochie. And that's very sad. That's very sad. Especially in high school.
It is sad.
It is.
You know, Eric, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it the guy's fault that the girl give it up because she feel like it's going to make him stay? Like,
No.
because
It's not-
It's not necessarily his fault, I would say.
But don't play on that emotion.
Yeah. Y'all want to be knowing what's going on.
Or sometimes I just want to see what it is.
Some manipulation.
Right.
Some manipulation.
And he knew she had a crush on him. A diehard crush on him, too.
I guess your first time is something special, so.
Yeah.
See, that's male language. Like, I guess your first time is something.
Because they don't give a damn.
Every time it's special time.
No, I'm just saying your first
But
time.
for a woman, it's different when you're a woman.
Losing your virginity.
You never
as a
been
girl,
into. You know what I mean?
It's just like, it's a big day. And I feel like she gave it to him because she had, one, no other options. Fine ass Boris Kojo bitch. I would have been with the college nigga. Fuck that. She was tripping. That's what I'm saying. Like,
There's so many balls
there's so many
dropping.
layers to this. So there's so many layers to it. Like, you really, her sister put her on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
she was trying to show
her
the
up.
real ropes.
You know,
the
get out of
grown
these
ropes.
high school.
Yeah.
You know.
These games.
Because by the time
These
you're
little boy
17,
games.
18, let's face it, you're messing with high or college men.
Yeah, definitely.
We were.
We was. I don't look at that particularly as them being a pedophile. You know what I mean? Because we was damn near grown.
Yeah. And I mean,
Some people was already 18.
yeah.
I
when
just was young.
Yeah, I graduated. I was a senior and I was 18.
I was still 17.
Why you shaking your head, so?
You never catch me fucking with it.
Especially because you got all them college girls too.
Oh, shit.
But we weren't looking at it like
But we definitely wasn't, and I think, it's the same thing as anything else. Like, men are always gone.
we more mature. So it's going to be always, we mature at different rates, put it that way.
So anyhow, then she loses her virginity, so now they together.
Right.
My thing is, he wasn't paying
It wasn't no talk.
attention.
It wasn't no talk.
He didn't ask you to the dance.
It was default.
It was a default. Oh,
It was a pity relationship.
from the start.
Yeah.
From the start. From the start. So, college.
Whatever. We together, whatever.
Yeah. And then they go to college. That's when
it got
really
super fishy.
pissed me off. That's when it went to another level.
This when he started spazzing out, and this is like when she mentioned toxic masculinity. Now this is when he really spirals. Well, okay, so what triggers this? See, could be like a lot of black men. It's a trigger that you may or may not know about. But they may not express themselves to us or tell us what's going on. So they just start spiraling. We don't know what the hell going on. Meanwhile, in the background, his mom and dad are going through it.
Again, not Monica's fault, though.
Not Monica's fault.
So
And here she is taking the brunt of his burdens, as usual. Toxic masculinity, like we said.
So
Black men, open up.
the most illogical part in the script is when he literally breaks up with her because she needed to make curfew. The one thing
stay
that
on
they
the team.
share in common, the one thing that the glue
The title of the film.
is love and basketball. And he broke up with her because she didn't want to skip curfew. And he wanted her to sit and talk about his cheating ass daddy for another hour or two on the bleachers.
Right. You could come to my room though, bro. Like what?
He could have, let's talk alternatives here. I'm glad you
You
mentioned
couldn't
that,
just
right?
come to the room. Like we gotta sit outside. Like
Maybe they wasn't allowed, sometimes
Yeah.
they don't be allowed to
the
have
boys can't be in the door.
Yeah, after a certain time, whatever.
Okay, call me, bro.
Call me, look it up. I think she said that, like, I'll call you as soon as I get
Right.
there. So she's giving you
Alternatives. They weren't good enough for you.
problem solving, like women do. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. We're not saying we don't care. See, now, see, I heard y'all thoughts. So that's why we don't open up, because y'all just going, no, you can't say that. Because she was going to talk to him all night.
Right, alternatives. And like I said, if anybody understood her dedication to the sport, wouldn't it be him?
They both was scholarship players at USC.
I can't fuck up the money. I can't fuck up my status on the team.
Right.
She was trying to...
My daddy ain't in the NBA.
Period.
Start there. Your daddy can pay for this if she ball.
I mean, think about it, he ended up going pro.
Right.
He dropped out anyway. So let's talking about what was that? UC Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
whatever.
USC.
USC. The scene where you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
With the other girl.
With Monica Calhoun. Then they gonna cast her. We only associate her as Ebony from Players Club.
Oh yeah.
Let's start there. That's one of the roles that just kind of stuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she walks into his dorm room.
The room.
His homie sitting on the couch. They already looked at her.
Everybody was like, the elephant in the room.
So he ironing his clothes. First of all, she asked no questions. I already would have walked in like, right. The
iron would have been on somebody's forehead with me.
They ain't home alone.
He would have had that thing like Marv. I just watched that the other day.
I feel like I definitely need to watch it because it's been like too many Christmas seasons that I haven't watched.
I watch it every year. I got Disney Plus.
But yeah, he getting ready, like he not saying nothing like, oh, I'm about to. And she like, oh, hey, small talk. You left the party last night.
She couldn't read the room.
No,
I didn't get that.
Room.
Like, girl.
So they come out of the room. He putting his shirt on. They walk into the living room, and here's another bitch.
What you about to do? He played her, bro.
This was also kind of unrealistic. Because I'm sorry. Y'all know me. There's probably not a black woman that would really who's letting that slide? Right. Even in the 90s, who was letting that slide?
And who's playing this dumb? Like,
she's like, oh, who's she? Oh, this is my friend.
Your friend?
Never known her.
Right.
I met all your friends.
Since when?
Where did she come from? Who art thou? Like
that whole scene pissed me off.
That's probably the scene where I was like, Quincy needs his ass kicked.
Right. Monica ain't know what to do in that situation. You know, her older sister would have went ham. I don't know who Monica is.
Man. So fast forward. We're gonna keep fast forward because holding back.
That's about the third time she got played.
Well, no, wasted all these. Just to tell you, so we already like 10 years in. If you talking, they was like 12, 13 when they met, and now they juniors, seniors in college.
She get played every like 2 years. Basically.
So he
on average.
So let's just get to the nitty gritty. The nigga literally breaks up with her. And tells her he's going pro, dropping out of college and going pro, all outside of the dorm room. Like, this motherfucker's just walking by.
Right.
Like, he ain't...
She got a holding back the tears. Man, that's like...
Thinking about the...
She get played publicly.
Man. She's sitting there trying to hold it together. And he just like, yeah, I just don't think we need to be together anymore. Like... And she thinking like, oh, because of curfew. All this filmed because I didn't want to sit up and talk to you.
Because I didn't want to lose my scholarship.
Right. Let's
break it all the way.
Yeah.
I can't lose my scholarship.
You didn't. You didn't care
You're
about that.
to go pro and drop out. Like, I'm not. So
they really came from two different worlds.
That's what
really think about it. Like Quincy had been given everything, whereas her family, they was just now moving into that neighborhood.
And she had to work for it, and she still got a scholarship.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Yeah, that was part of it too. 2 different worlds, 2 different perspectives.
But 2
He was
very
a spoiled
similar
brat.
worlds too, because the dynamic of housewives,
Right.
and the men being the breadwinners, and
Right.
how that can change the dynamic of control in a
That's
relationship for sure.
That's
because
true.
when he do some shit, that's the first thing a nigga gonna say. Well, I pay all the bills, just
Right.
like the Dennis Haysbert's character said.
Right.
I keep you in Gucci and pearls. What
Right.
you say?
You should take whatever.
Right. So right. Just because I got some designer, some
Right.
nice jewelry.
Right. But that's like tangent. That's what a lot of these, women, that's the sacrifice they make, for the status,
For
the money.
stability,
That they'll
for
be-
comfort.
You might be treated worse than you would from a nigga who ain't got nothing just because he got something. But that's the sacrifice that a lot of women, especially today, is willing to take for some stuff, which is mind-boggling to me. Stuff don't mean that much to me.
Yeah, agreed. So let's fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
She graduates probably with honors and shit because she was so damn smart.
Right.
Goes overseas to
Spain.
España. One of the most beautiful countries in the whole wide world.
Didn't learn a lick of Spanish.
Let's start there.
In 5 years, I would have been fluent.
And
Y'all pissed me
then
off with that, black people.
didn't lick nothing apparently at all. So
Didn't learn a lick of anything. Didn't get any licks. Her teammate was like, "Damn, like you wild."
Because she's sitting up here waiting
She
by
was
the
like,
phone.
the Spanish dudes love black women. Like,
Right. She like, you ain't touched nothing over here?
Right.
She like, no.
no, my heart is
Holding back the
my heart is in another country, girl.
And
He ain't
my
thought
heart
about
is
you.
in Inglewood,
Right.
the suburbs. Like,
You
girl,
don't know. We ain't thought about
he
your
ain't thought
ass.
about you.
Since been pimping.
So it's just so sad. Her
Yeah.
trajectory.
Yeah.
Another woman even points it out. And she's still just sitting there. That scene where it's raining and she watching Family Matters in Spanish and shit. I'm like, this bitch. This bitch is
It's a
lame.
lame. Like,
You can literally be outside like,
Guantanamo,
with all the papitos. And yo,
you in there watching Family Matters out of all things?
this bitch could have been sailing the Mediterranean Sea with a mobster.
Right. And that's another tangent. See, women who garnish all this success and still just be sad. You know what I mean? Still ain't got no man, no nothing. Because you ain't on some dude who ain't thinking about you.
Literally.
Or this perfect man that don't exist. But I digress.
So all of a sudden she, out of nowhere, loses the passion for the only thing she ever cared about in her whole life.
Right.
Comes home to work at the bank with her daddy.
And y'all don't pay women basketball nothing. If she thought a bank job was comparable, she was broke. Y'all pissed me off with that. You mean to tell me I'm one of the top players in the country and I'm making $35,000 a year?
Yeah, that is messed
America.
up how they do the WNBA.
Just the
I didn't
WNBA,
realize
women's sports, period.
I didn't realize the disparity was that bad.
Literally, they make regular money.
That's crazy.
Maybe a couple hundred racks if you're the top of the top.
Look at LeBron. And they probably get endorsements too.
Yeah, you got to get your endorsements and stuff.
But that's still so unfair.
It's sad.
It's so very unfair.
It's so bad that they don't even got the same season. Let's not even go there. I'm going to get upset.
Man, so then she comes home, runs into him, obviously. Even then he points it out. You love ball more than me.
Right. He had to tell you about your damn heart.
Girl.
She done lost
See
it.
a therapist.
Yeah, this is the point
And
where...
when she came
sad.
home, that's when it just...
Yeah, that was sad.
In Spain. And,
even her mama had to come in the room nah, baby. And she ain't know nothing about nothing.
She ain't know nothing about nothing.
That was the saddest part.
But remember, she low-key was like... That's the one who told her, about his fiance.
Yeah.
Remember, he been dating this stewardess.
Yeah. Tyra Banks, cute Tyra Banks character.
Right.
I remember
Of course, he goes for the trophy wife looking
Barbie,
not the around the way girl that was in Monica.
Right.
You know, Quincy. You know
the
what?
one who don't give a damn about you for
Omar
real. She
Epps
just
pissed
want
me
the
off.
bread.
Omar Epps, fuck you in this movie. Respectfully.
That's how they all do
You
though.
just acted so crazy in it.
That's
like,
how they
you just
all do.
acted an asshole for no reason.
That's how they
had
all
this
do.
girl dried up for 5 years.
Probably more than that.
Right,
Because the bank years
they
and
was
stuff.
and they was stealing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm honestly ready to leave it here
Yeah.
because the basketball game is really too much.
Yeah.
The basketball game at the end, play me for what? Your heart.
That's why I had to stop. Like,
All right.
now.
We just gonna wrap it up. We just gonna wrap it the fuck up because what? Like no.
Nah, the ending really pissed me off. It's supposed to be the happy ending where they're like, oh yeah, they live happily ever after. Here's the baby.
Yeah,
She's in the WNBA.
making $0 a year.
Supporting the family because this nigga
is hurt. Can't do shit no more.
She's supporting the family on the WNBA,
Which-
$59,000.
Which was honestly Quincy's karma.
Yeah.
You got hurt because you were a fucking asshole.
Right.
You were an asshole, Quincy, and you deserved for your basketball
And
career.
then Tyra Banks left your ass like they always do because you ain't got no bread. See?
Well, he picked Tyra Banks. See, that's a deleted scene or something that should have been with that.
We needed more answers.
I needed to see what happened when he walked back into that house. Or when she came
They
back
did show
from
the
a trip.
combo.
How he just said, yeah, I'm going to get back with Monica. We played a basketball game.
Yeah, she won the game.
So,
Oh, okay.
I'll pack my things.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Come on.
Nice meeting you.
Way to build it up.
Oh, it just,
Several inconsistencies. with the film.
like, we're just going to give it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Let's Roger and Ebert, how they used to do it.
School and Ebert.
Yeah. 2 thumbs down. Which one? I'm gonna give it 1 up
Rotten Tomatoes.
and 1 down because soundtrack, characters, good casting. Thumbs
Yeah.
up. Thumbs down. Storyline, inconsistencies, flat out no thank yous, all that.
I'm going to go with the Rotten Tomatoes. I think they do it out of 100%.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to give it, and I'm being generous here, a 67. I'm being very, very generous because, like you
That's
said,
indeed.
good casting, decent acting. The plot was there. It was just things in the writing where that's why you need to have people in the room to be like, even if I was just 23, I would have whooped his ass right there. Like,
we need some more drama right here.
Yeah, or this is not a realistic response. That sort of thing.
Or we can't jump from them playing basketball to being together. Like, what happened?
They made up, apparently. And see, that's
we
the
just
other
supposed
thing,
to guess.
too. Her body count literally was basically -1 at that point. So, meanwhile, this nigga,
Who knows?
Right,
He was in the
done
NBA.
gallivanted all through south of Compton and every college in Southern California.
Right.
Like, and
now
you get the
now
you
I
get
love
the good
you.
hearty girl.
Right.
Like,
Now I'm ready
it's
to love.
fucked up. It's fucked up. Fuck you, Quincy McCall.
I'm ready to love you.
Right. Double or nothing.
Right. Alright.
So we had to get this one out.
Yeah.
It's been festering for a long time, so that's
It's
how we
a
do
long
it.
time coming, But let us know what y'all think in the comments. Is we crazy? Is this your favorite movie? Because we already shitted on you earlier if this your favorite movie. So just let us know what's going on.
Good to
And
see y'all again.
We missed y'all. I hope we made you laugh today.
Peace.
Peace.
Signing out. Smoking Word. Season 2.
Season 2.